Students at Frontier got a chance to see how math gets used in the real world as they learned what it takes to be an air traffic controller.
How far does that plane travel in 1 minute instead of 60 minutes? It travels 10 miles.
8th grade students at Frontier Middle School are learning real-life math skills that could lead them to a career. And that's exactly the point of today's visit from NASA education specialist Tony Levitt.
600 knots, if we divided an hour, how many minutes in an hour?
Levitt, a former high school science teacher and education specialist, is part of a team of NASA educators that travel the country teaching a program called Line Up with Math, which is part of NASA's education outreach. The idea behind the program is to show students how math is used in the real world, in this case by air traffic controllers.
3, right? Because you lose 1 mile per minute, right? Okay, very good.
The first part of the lesson is with paper and pencil to teach the students the math they'll need to use a flight simulator in the computer lab. Math teacher Nilda Trone says she sees real-world applications from the program.
I'm always trying to find opportunities to show them math is all around us and how it can be fun. And in this case, linking it to a career, which is really ideal, because some of them now might be thinking, oh, air traffic controller, I never thought about something like that. Or maybe they'll start thinking about being a pilot. You just never know when you're going to plant these seeds.
After a short time in the classroom learning the calculations, the students are ready to try their hand at landing 2 or 3 planes safely and on time. Levitt says this hands-on exercise can have a lasting effect on students.
Teachers come to me so often and say, little Johnny or little Susie, they're not always involved in class, you know, lots of times they're disruptive and whatnot, but when you came and you gave them hands-on, it clicked into something that they could do and they could excel at, and to me that could be a changing experience for a student like that.
Cody Hoffman, who landed 3 planes safely and ahead of schedule, says today's experience opened his eyes to future possibilities and made him realize he was capable of more.
Gives me a lot more confidence because I never knew that I could do anything like that because that was like really hard. It's a lot different. It's a lot more fun. If I got the education, I would definitely love to do something like that.
Trone says that because students learn differently, having a chance to step out of the normal classroom is invaluable.
We have to find all different ways to reach kids, and every child is a different type of a learner. And so sometimes in classrooms, if you're just sitting with pencil and paper and textbooks, you're not going to hit every kid. And even those who do well with paper and pencil, they're still really engaged today.
Yakila Brown says today's lesson helped her see that math is something that could benefit her later in life.
When you see that what you can actually do with it, then you kind of get it in your head and you have a point or a purpose to what you're doing it for.
Trone and Levitt are planning another visit in the near future. But in the meantime, Trone says she'll be on the lookout for more hands-on learning opportunities because she knows they make a difference to her students.
They're excited, they're engaged, and they're doing math, and they're enjoying it. So that's a teacher's dream.
You've got to stop and do the math.